those mistakes is very difficult. So we're going to have to wait and see, but we're jumping right into our fourth game of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and we have Bowder up against KLA up in Imperial Village. Bowder seemingly in a reasonably good position, and there it is. CXZ has already been taken down. The Soul Bloom picked up by Jing, but it's not going to matter. He gets taken down. Bowder still in the advantageous situation, though. They're going to take him down. It's kind of cooked. You look at the armor situation, the effective health situation, it is somewhat cooked, and Bowder are able to take back the lead and sit themselves atop the leaderboard with 60 points, 3 kills so far this game.
Heading over to Matard, XEG now going to be heading toe-to-toe with JL. HQ with that hang sword just trying to find a parry opportunity as BBE also coming in for the third party, that fan third party. It's such a strong weapon, not just in solos in the 1v1, but also in trios because of how fast the focus attack comes on out as well, scooping those players and the distance too. It counts as a melee attack too. So even if you have something like a Tumult ultimate, which is supposed to drop range projectiles, that's just like, I'm going to ignore this. And the RMB just goes through it, no matter what, as it looks like WBG are just cutting through the players of XCG. BBE also hunting a straight player of WBG's side. On the other end, however, as WBG tried to come in with the reinforcements, but unfortunately all that means is that maybe they just go straight into the Takeda ultimate. Joy Shishu with that pole sword. Charging on up, wants to find a connection. Sleepwalker might be able to find a freeze, but that Smolch ultimate is going to make it incredibly harder for the Justina to find the spacing to be able to dash. Tessa is now going to invest the ultimate as Wolves comes in for a fourth party. And Roy Shishu takes cover inside his...
Oh, the damage!
Huge chunks of damage coming on through from the R&B on the dual halberds. Held by ZK, and BBE are still going to lose one, however. Snack goes down to pull sword from ZK. Roy Shishu now on the back foot as well. The light stagger 1-2 off of Wolves. And now 1 versus 3. Akshow is going to go down as well. All of these players wanting to be able to secure these kills in sort of isolated areas of the map so that they have the insurance policy go into the realm of Yang. Make it a little bit too predictable for these players to be able to figure out where exactly is the prime location to third party.
Indeed, it's a bit rough at times, but speaking of rough, FPX not really managed to find an explosive start, so to speak, sitting on 2 blue armors and a white. They do have some money. They have some Dark Tide coins in the bank, so they are going to be able to go and buy a few Soul Jades for themselves, but they might have to do a little bit more looting before they look to take a fight. Speaking of taking a fight, we have Wolves and JL fighting over in Metab, but immediately gets cut short by Wolves' Wu Chen, the Uber driver, taking them to safety, trading the Ferrier for the Wu Chen ultimate here. Not the best situation for Wolves, I find, as the Viper is going to... Yep, here it is. They've managed to find them. XEM has not managed to get a full heal off either. They're going to have to try and stabilize and try and hold fast, block off JL on the entry to allow XEM to get that heal off. He's jumping back in. He's JL VVV trying to find an opening. He gets the F3 onto XEM, though, silencing him, taking him down to half HP as well with his teammates Yoto, Hime, Ultimate. Oh, ZK, he's so unbelievably low. He gets taken down by FX, and Wolves are going to have to try and disengage immediately, grappling into the desert. They're looking to hold on to these purple armors. They don't want to have to go and loot them up again. But OUG fighting it out against DRG. Is that a gold staff I see on OUG's SS? They've gone to the podium. They've done the puzzle.
Yeah, they dropped directly on podium, unopposed.
The Strats managing to secure themselves a gold weapon, but it doesn't look as though it's going to be enough. And Moonlight takes down SS. The jump parry coming out from OUG's Yu, delaying the fight. Moonlight getting taken down. It's now a 2v1 situation. Jin Yu immediately goes for the res onto that teammate, looking to try and save him, pick him up. Get up, my bro. Get up. We still got plenty of Naraka to play. Wu Xin, though, he's not doing the same. He can't find that opportunity. There's no way he's going to be able to get that res, and he's immediately looking for that disengage. KLA, oh no, they're not in a good position here. Stuck inside the Moonbane and next to the Ballista, taking a huge amount of damage. That is rough.
This is what I'm talking about, right? GG were a very smart macro team when it comes to Holoroth, because they dropped the Bane's Breath and they knew that you either had to take your chances with Bane RNG while using your Yoda ultimate, or you would use your Yoda ultimate to be able to teleport disengage, but then you're going directly into Ballista field of view. So GG just have two people continue to chase the Yoto, and then one stationed up on Ballista, and they're able to keep their pressure on all of the control. And unfortunately, the last player on KLA, I do believe they were headed directly to City of Tang, which means that they're going to be going into a whole lot of players still in the area, especially if OUG decide to salty res and try and get their hands back on that gold staff. But I think knowing the loot deficit between themselves and their killers, they're probably going to be wanting to give that space a wide berth, as CXC, it does look like, has attracted the attention of WBG. The Farrier mech has now been removed. No boosters to be able to get himself out of the fight. Might be able to find a nice little parry to keep himself alive a little bit longer. Unfortunately, he is just going to get caught up into that Justina ultimate. The fact that he actually forced Sleepwalker into utilizing that Justina ultimate.
I think he didn't even force it. He just popped it instantly.
I was going to say, goes to show WBG are very aware of the situation of, like, if a fight goes on too long, especially with Justina, it's very easy to get third-partied by the Tumultuous in Sand Siphon compositions. And we are in Holoroth, which is where Sand Siphon is at its strongest, given the fact that, as we've talked about, the open space is really problematic for a lot of these teams. Great for things like the Viper, because it means that there's not a lot of terrain to be able to block liners like the Tether. But incredibly problematic in terms of taking range poke pressure. The Zip doesn't really have to worry about that, because you have your F to be able to make sure that everyone is able to avoid a lot of that poke pressure coming through, as well as the ultimate. But then again, you don't exactly want your ultimate to get popped in a reposition situation.
No, you don't want that.
As first Realm of Yangs are going to be spawning on up. One of the latest changes to IW is that instead of 2, we now have 3. So 3 teams potentially walking away with buffs, 3 teams potentially walking away with Yang depletion. As WBG, with that Justina, have been taking these Realm of Yangs. Sometimes it's gone well for them. Other times, not so much. They're definitely going to be taking their chances, though, as XEG and JL all gravitating towards this one portal. No one should use their ultimates because they're not on the Grief team compositions. I do not believe they're running the Tessa, which is very much, we're not going to go into a Realm of Yang, as we're going to try and catch a team and isolate and separate one of their players before they're able to fully get everyone through those portals. FPX with Cannonball going to be taking one of theirs. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 legendary Soul Jades coming through. Everyone going aerial. Dongqing also having a bounty on his head. He's going to be able to live through a huge chunk of that 2-minute timer to be able to get a lot of money. But oh my goodness, FPX's water starting off incredibly strong. Going to be able to get so much damage onto the players as they drop down with that Merciless Havoc. As XCG's Night HQ is so incredibly low. Dongqing with the Yoto ultimate just trying to knock him out of the Karumi. Will not be able to, though, because Night HQ positioned himself with his back to the pillar. And as a result, FBX without the Yoto to zone and create a safe space for Xiao Hu actually goes down. And this is the absolute awful turnaround for the Cannonball, because now out of Yoto ultimate, you don't have the Furium X to be able to fall back into the safety net of. XCG with the cavalry bloom as well. Dongqing finding the parry, but the second he goes for the horizontal follow-up, Kakashi slams him in the back with the pole sword, and XCG take it to a 1 versus 3. The tumultuous catch is the last, and they walk away with the win.
That was unfortunate. He got the double grapple combo there, but unfortunately the Tumulk Wisp comes in and prevents him from getting the extension. It is what it is, and they get taken down. Speaking of getting taken down, Bowder managed to take down BBE in the Realm of Yang. It looks as though Alliance wins their Realm of Yang against WBG as well. A huge performance from Alliance. Wait, no. I'm confused now. Why is Alliance not on the top right? Oh, no, there they are.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
They took
I wasn't losing my mind.
Okay,
Yep,
so
I wasn't
GG
going crazy.
Went for Morris. GG went for Morris and got the randomly assigned Vermilion. I was so confused when I saw GG pop up for Vermilion. I was like, oh, wow, GG won that fight fast. But no, Alliance won their Realm of Yang. GG go to a Morris Blessing, and RNG is on their sides, and they get Vermilion from it, since inside Realm of Yang, when you win it, you can choose your buff. Morris Blessings, you do not get the luxury. You take what you get, and you're happy with it.
Yeah, exactly. You are able to tell what the Morris Blessing is going to give you before it spawns in, as when you open up the map, it will have the icon of the buff, of whichever buff that Morris Blessing will give you inside the golden circle. So you can tell what it is, but you can't tell what the buff's going to be until it obviously starts to spawn. So you take what you get. It could be Draco Storm, it could be Mystic Might, it could be whatever it might be. It could be the new Tiger buff. No, every team got Vermilion's Bird's Mind, which is quite funny. Every single
Which is really
team.
problematic for FPX WBG. BBE, not as problematic as it was a couple of seasons ago, before we had the change that meant that someone who died with Vermilion Bird's Might actually did drop the Soul Bloom.
Oh, I remember, yes.
Yeah,
they
that's
didn't
a
drop
real
the
hit of
Soul
nostalgia,
Bloom.
isn't
That
it?
was
Also,
rough.
it's not going to be nostalgia that's hitting, it's going to be a pole sword. As FPX and BBE both respawn on the same Soul Altar and now have to scrap it out. Dongqing staying aerial to avoid that Aurora Burst coming on through, because both of these teams lost the Realm of Yang. They will be able to have access to all of their ultimates. Unfortunately, Aurora Burst, if you get hit by it, has a silence effect, so you won't be able to use them. As Dongqing now comes in with that Yoda ultimate, Tumulch has also dropped his. Zhao Hu goes into the mech. They are dropping absolutely everything onto BBE to try and get these kills, because they're fighting around a Soul Altar. If this fight goes on too long, one of the teams with Vermilion Bird's Might could potentially pop into this area, looking to see if anyone used it to respawn. And as a result, gone is the usual motions of ultimate resource control.
Oh, no.
It is all or nothing, and as a result, FPX will be able to get 2 kills. Can they get the last one onto Snack? And crucially, because they were able to do it in such a succinct fashion, as long as they can clean up this last player, who unfortunately is on Sip, so it's going to be a little bit hard to say. Oh, never mind that.
Yeah, no, it's cooked. It's cooked. Unfortunately, he does have the trees. However, so does everybody else. There's no buildings or anything like that close by. If he'd made it to the tower, it's in the middle of the frozen lake, he may have been able to buy some more time and find an avenue of escape, but unfortunately he was not able to do so, and he does get taken down. BBE, they were on 5 kills.
No,
WBG, it's cooked.
He's out in the zone.
XCG
coming in with the pin, so he's got the fan RP. And Sleepwalker, unfortunately, he'll have to rest up. He'll be back, but it will be in a lobby after.
Yes, indeed. XCG picking up 6 eliminations for themselves. Not too bad. Pulling them up a little bit from the bottom of the leaderboard. They were sitting in 11th place before this game, I believe, and now they're pulling themselves back up just a little bit. XCG, not like a very strong team. They have performed extremely well in the past. We've seen them do extremely well.
Yeah, they won NBPL season 2.
Jacob. Yeah, they've done extremely well. Unfortunately, they just haven't managed to find their footing this time around. But hey, they could bring it back if Bowder isn't able to get to that match point threshold this game, which, by the way, they are very close.
Yeah, Bowder currently have 6 kills.
Very, very close. It could be a Bowder dub here, ladies and gentlemen. But if they do make a mistake and get caught out in the open, it could be very detrimental to their chances of getting to that point. However, they've just respawned, having died with that Vermilion Bird's Might. A nice little send back to when we first got these buffs introduced to the game. I remember that we would see a lot of teams who had the Vermilion's Bird's Might die with the buff as it was about to expire to poison damage from Sunwing or wherever, or to a Fire Cage and Celestra, or just simply to the zone, and then use that time that they have in the soul form to scout other teams and to find opportunities to engage to get a third party. But it seems
do they get challenged? Oh, that's so unfortunate. They don't get challenged. They were going into a realm of Yang. I mean, yes, they get the buffs, but they don't get an opportunity to put up another 3 kills uninterrupted. As JL do. Alliance's bow, however, with a huge opening. The Nezhas! TXJ again not able to port the F2 in time to be able to save FX. And now has to come in with a humongous Yodo ultimate, but Revenge is going to have his hit second. Will be able to teleport through a humongous chunk of damage as a result, and he's utilizing every single bit of it to keep the pressure onto TXJ. Bow inside that U-Asian ultimate as well is going to make it even harder for this Yoto to be able to commit. The Justina from Alliance going to use the free shell from him, and TXJ has timed it away before he can come in with the F2 to pounce on top of the Justina. Once that has worn out, TXJ is sent absolutely aerial by the Yodo F1 coming on out. It's still a 3 versus 2.
The
TXJ
damage
with the F2 gets the kill onto lane. Suddenly this is winnable for JL. He's sitting inside the Yodo F on the other side.
No way! That's insane!
Back-to-back opened kills with the Yoto F2 to confirm into the fan RMB off of Stagger. What a play!
That's actually insane that Alliance don't come out on top here, that JL is able to come in with that clutch factor yet again and win the 2v3 fight. What an insane realm of Yang for JL. This is why they are the champions of J-Cup from last year. Yeah. Well, 2 of them at least. But we're heading on over.
As much as I love TXJ F1, he is so happy he's running F2.
He is, yeah. F2 definitely does so much work. But FPX here, fighting it out against Wolves, and JL waiting in the wings as well. They do manage to find the res onto, I think it was Dongxing there. Since he's the lowest, it makes most sense. But yeah, they could get caught in a really bad spot here. Wolves, they're trying to aggress further. They get that Tesla stun, and Dongxing just immediately explodes, immediately getting disintegrated by this. Oh my, it's just exploding though. JL immediately engaging onto the back of Wolves, but Wolves, thankfully, they do have their cooldowns available, and they're able to use that Wu Chen teleport to disengage. They're able to find that moment to breathe. They do pick up a kill or 2, taking them up to 7. 7 eliminations so far in this game, currently leading the kill leaderboard, but Bowder still sitting atop the total standings. XEG, though, they're coming in. They found the Wolf Pack, whimpering away after having used their cooldowns. They're trying to find an opening here. They have that F1 on the Takeda. They use it, and they have the ultimate ready to go. It's just charged up to 100%. But XCM, he has that Viper ultimate ready to go. He sends it out. The disengage tool trying to pressure Night HQ away from his teammates, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Oh, he's so low, and there it is. The Wu Chen EG gets taken down, and XCM is quick to follow. ZK, he's stuck on the terrain, the buttery rocks. He's trying his best to maneuver around this giant leftover Tetris block. He's trying to get away. Night HQ has found him though. The double back, it's not going to work, my friend. ZK, he does find the ultimate activation, that quick heal, but it's not going to be enough, and XCG take them down, take taking a few more kills for themselves, taking them up to 10 eliminations, ladies and gentlemen. And immediately, we're still in the action. OUG fighting it out against DRG in Plume Castle. SS still holding on to that gold staff. The damage that comes out of this weapon is phenomenal, especially the tech chase as well. Being able to chase people down with staff, it is so unbelievably hard to get away from. But JL, they're going to come in and take this kill from DRG and take him down, going up to 6 kills as well. Where is Bowder? Yeah,
because,
I was going to say
they won their Realm of Yang because no one challenged them. They picked up Mystic Might, and I think they literally just picked it up to make sure that no one was able to approach them without noticing, and then they just picked a random part of the map that they didn't think they would be challenged on and are hiding out, because for Bowder, they are 10 points away from being able to hit that 74 cap. I think
because they went for the solos. They're using the Mystic Might to try and find the solos lurking.
They could go for the solos. They could maybe just be playing away from them, because like whenever we've cut to people like fighting into the corruption 6 damage, which is where you would normally be hunting for those solos, we haven't actually seen Bowder. It was XCG. Granted, we haven't actually got to see an overhead map POV since Bowder won their Realm of Gang. And their Mystic Might did just run out, as Alliance's luck might just have run out. But unfortunately, the only player remaining for this team, 10 seconds left to Yang depletion, just has to try and put himself into Corruption 6 damage death so that he doesn't give it away to one of these other teams.
Oh, no, they do get it.
XCG do indeed get it. Kakashi, with that last hit, will be able to confirm the kill and the point. XCG, here's Bowder. Okay, yeah, they're not hunting for solos. They're literally just shopping. Oh my!
That's a lot of J's, though. 2 Mortal Defiances.
That is, yeah, 2 Mortal Defiances. Right.
That's a lot of stonks,
so they're not going to have 3.
Yeah.
But no, like, oh, there's no way they get a Mortal Blessing for free. He does eat 1 Bane's Breath.
Bane, stop!
Peek!
Stop it!
He's just buffing the heal stats for his support, okay?
Yes,
like,
of course.
They're not even playing for the Morris. They understand that the Morris is going to put a target in the area, and they just decide to give it up and play for full safety instead. Like I said, like, they're not playing to take fights. They are playing to take the 6 kills that they already have picked up into 5 teams remaining. Kill multipliers.
Oh no, they're going for it.
Now they're going for it with the Yodo F to be able to cover. But they've still, like, every single thing they've done is just to ensure their safety.
I think that's the smart play.
They have 2 people stacked. They drop their Soul Jades around the cliff to make sure that if there were good Soul Jades inside the Morris Blessing, they would instantly be able to scoop them up and trade them out around the cliff, as opposed to in the open, where suddenly you're like, okay, I have to mice over here, I have to mice over there, and then drop this onto the ground. And suddenly that Yodo F is gone, and you're gone alongside it. Bowder are just playing full safe mode to try and outlive as many teams as they possibly can. And XEG just decide not to take the fight. And as a result, Bowder get to sit on legendary armor for free.
I think that is the play, though, to be fair. Because this game doesn't have to be the MVP. It just has to be the game. Exactly. It just has to be the game that gets them to the threshold. And currently, we're only at 4 teams left remaining.
Yeah,
last
so
game,
last 5.
Game before last, it was 5 teams. I can't remember how many teams we had in the final circle last game.
I think it was 5.
I think it was something like that.
It was 5 because we had that crazy, like, 4 teams just piling on top of every single team that went 5.
Well,
that's going to be a problematic Bane. Oh, that's going to be a very problematic Bane. That is a problematic Bane right over a Morris Blessing. Ooh!
Squishing every team to the very edge of the map. You know, some people have said that Moonbane is an accelerant or a potential catalyst to certain things happening in these games. I think it's quite evident to see, especially here, that it's actually the opposite.
Yeah,
in fact slows down the game. And I think that considering the fact that it's also somewhat of it's a mechanic that doesn't give you reward, so to speak. You can occasionally take advantage of it, but the majority of the time it's a factor that slows the game
down. Trying to take advantage of it, but SS might just be merciless havoc.
Yeah. That is not the best plan, my friend. Yep.
Okay, well, we have a Lucian teleport, at least. We're gonna immediately taxi out of that one, as we throw out the Dreadful Whale as well to be able to cover for our Viper with the damage reduction on focus. But that was dicey. That was very dicey.
very dicey.
Lucky, yet again, that we had a Viper running V3
it looks as though
with the 40% damage reduction. No way does JL get this for free.
I think they get it. I think they do. They've almost opened it.
He walked away from it. He didn't get the legendary armor.
He got it pushed. He pushed it all the way though. He almost unlocked it and then he dipped. Yeah, there we go.
He's got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because he didn't have the F2 out earlier, so I think maybe he thought he was going to get pressured and then had to decide to go back to as oh my goodness, VV is so incredibly low. Bowda finds VVV, and unfortunately for JL, they do not have the Wu Chen. They have actually utilized the Yue Shen. This is the game for Bowda, 67.6. They need to go out now. Actually, I think even if they go out now, if the kill multiplier, is there any way that they don't hit 74?
No, I think. Wait, actually, Jake said something the other day that made me think about this. The total point scoreboard right there. I'm pretty sure it does take into account the placement multiplier.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they need a couple more kills.
So I think they need more kills. Yeah.
So we're gonna see Bowda just like take a huge backseat. The only fight that Bowda is going to take is either off of them forcing aggression with the cannonball, or just trying to bully back anyone who pushes onto them.
He gets spotted and Jing takes him down.
Jing inside the Farrier mech has to cover for Yiran. The F2 comes out as well to try and find the revive. OUG also, I believe, tries to revive one of their players to the right side.
He gets the ult off.
XCG coming with the Tumult ultimate to cover over Bowda's res, but Peak is brought back up in the absolute nick of time and is able to immediately ult in with the Yue Shen to get that full health reset, and Bowda will survive another day, another team, as Peak now sees OUG on the wrong side, a little bit too close away to that zone corruption, and they decide to all in. The Yue Shen and the Yoto conspire to push OUG out as XCG third party and get the better of both teams.
Oh no, this is indeed the downfall of Bowda for this game, it seems. However, they still have their Farrier left alive, and it also seems as though XCG has just immediately gone from taking down Bowda's members to going to the other side of the zone here and looking to take the fight onto JL. TXJ fighting alongside his Yue Shen with that Yotohime ult, trying to create space, but it looks as though Jing, although he may have had the opportunity to get the res, he hasn't gone for it. He's trying to stay alive. He's trying to find a spot to call home, a little bit of real estate, just to chill, just to stay alive, to try and get that placement multiplier, to try and accelerate their lead just a tiny bit more. They're in. Oh no! JLFX gets taken down. The multiplier. Oh my god, no!